How's it going, everyone? I'm going to do a tier list of all the cigarettes that I've smoked in Japan and Cambodia now. I have nothing else to do tonight, so let's give this a shot. Okay, so let's start off with the Peace, which is a tough one. I'm going to give them an A, I think. They're a really good fag. Um, they've got a balance of all sorts of different flavours. There's not a chemical taste at all. I'm trying to think how to describe the taste of these. It's a very robust taste. There's a lot of flavours going on. It's beautiful Virginia, but then there's also other blends of tobacco in there. They cost 1,000 yen. I bought these in Japan. You get them in like a tin, like a premium cigarette, and they are very good. There's a lot of flavours going on. They're quite big. They smell beautiful in the pack. They come like a gold foil over them. So yeah, they're going to get an A. Let's make sure everything's streaming. Yeah, live on. You'll be able to see. You'll be able to see this as well. Here we are live. Yeah, we're live on YouTube. Yeah, so they get an A. So I might start from the bottom here. So these Peace. So you've got Peace and the Peace. These are cheaper. They're a lot stronger. It's like smoking a fucking cigar. Well, they've got a lovely taste. So I'm having a problem with my ears. Lovely taste, like a chocolate caramel taste. But you smoke half of it, half of one of them, you feel like you're going to pass out. So by then, I end up smoking it, the second half of it, and just taking it into my mouth and not my lungs. I'm just getting the nicotine that way. But they're 600 yen, so they're a lot cheaper, a lot stronger, a very good taste. Um, no chemical taste, quite slow burning cigarette, very good premium Japanese cigarette. It's only getting a B because it's so strong. That's getting a B. Fine cigarettes, right? These are Cambodian. And these are going to be, I'm thinking either a D or an E. Fine cigarettes. I did end up giving them away. I'm going to give them a D, I think. They were all right. They're very cheap. I think they're about 50p. I think they're about 2,000 real a pack. They're just very harsh. You know, they're not a smooth cigarette at all. Um, not too chemically a taste, like a flavour of hay. Um, not that good. Not much going on, but just very harsh as well. I wouldn't buy them again, despite them even being so cheap. So yeah, they're getting a D. Next one we're on is Lucky Strike. See, Lucky Strike are better than Fine, and they're going to get, I don't know, they're going to get a C or a D. I might give them a C. I'll give them a C. They're all right. I probably won't buy them again. There's like a default Virginia taste, popular American cigarette. I bought those in Japan. The flavors can vary depending on where you are. Um, yeah, I'm gonna give them a C. They're just like they're okay. They're all right. There's just nothing really much to report about them. It's just a default cigarette, no chemical taste really. Um, burns at a normal rate. Don't remember it being specifically like too harsh or anything. That's a C. Cambos. Now these are a classic, but they're only getting a C. Cambos are getting a C. They're like a rip-off of Marlboros, but they're 1,000 real a pack, which is 25 pence. Oh no, 25 cents, 20 pence. Every fag's worth a penny. Every fag costs 1 pence. But they don't taste too bad. No chemical taste. Tastes better than the fines. I mean, they don't. Yeah, they're not special, but they don't have a bad taste. Not a slight chemical taste to them. But they're so cheap. If you wanted a cheap fag, which was all right, like a really cheap fag, that'd be the Cambo. Cambo in Cambodia. I wouldn't go out your way to get them, but if you're here and you don't have any money, get yourself some Cambos. Right, the next one, the 555s. These are getting an F. I thought they were shit. They were a really strong chemical taste. Apparently they're made in Japan and have a charcoal filter, but I just didn't like them at all. There were no pleasant tobacco taste from them. Very strong chemical taste. They were harsh and they were shit. I just didn't enjoy smoking them at all. The taste was bad. Yeah, I think they get in an F. Winnie Blues from Cambodia. These are very popular in Australia. I'm going to give them a C. They're good. They're all right. There's a slight sour taste to them. The packaging, when you open it up, it doesn't really smell of anything. They're quite light. They're not exactly strong enough for me. There's about 7 milligrams tar, 0.7 milligrams nicotine. They're not strong enough, really, and they don't taste of a lot. There's a slight sour taste. I just smoke them like, it's just like, there's no enjoyment really from it. It's just smoking to curb my addiction with Winnie Blues. So they're not the best cigarettes you can get here. So these are Syria. Oh no, these are Syria. Good Angaram. Now these are unusual. They're getting. Are they getting an A? They're not better than these P's though. I'm gonna give them a B. I'm gonna give them a B. What's better than them? B or an A? It's a tough call. I'm gonna give them an A. They are good. They're very unusual. They burn for a very long time. They have like a clove, clove and not cinnamon, a sweet clove taste blended in with the tobacco, but they're not harsh. They're very smooth. You get some of these barley cigarettes, they can be very harsh. Where the good Angaram blends is when it's mixed with certain herbs like cloves, spices, and things to give it like a sweet flavour. But these are very smooth. They burn a long time. They had a very high tar percentage. I think it was like 32 milligrams of tar in a fag. So they were difficult to smoke a full one, but the first half of it was very enjoyable. But I don't think I'd like chain smoke them or anything, but as a treat, every now and again, it's like having like a chai tea. It just hits the spot every now and again. So the Syria Good Angarams get an A. Now, Angkors are what I'm smoking now. It's my first pack of Angkors, and I'm going to give them, I think these are going to get a C. Yeah, I think these are C tier. They're not bad, they have a slight sour taste. They're like a shitter version of the Chungwas that we're going to come to soon. Chungwa are like a premium Chinese cigarette. These are like a premium Cambodian cigarette. And I'll give them a C. Slight sour taste. Very airy, quite light. I think they're a regular strength cigarette, but they taste quite light. Are they better than Winnie's though? Slightly. They're better than alt C tier ones. I'm gonna give them a B, fuck it. So yeah, they're pretty good. They're still a specialist cigarette despite me being really near Angkor Wat. I get them from Angkor Supermarket. How much were they? About $1.50. And they're alright, they're like a premium fag here for $1.50. Um, so in terms of taste, they like sour. Let's have a smell of them here. Yeah, they are pretty good. They're a bit like a Chungwa, so they're like a Chinese premium cigarette. They are very good. Yeah, B. B for them. I'm enjoying them. Yeah, there's a good smell. Like a sour. Predominantly sour, but slightly sweet. I've done this video, my ear's proper bothering me now. Anyway, let's move on. Arc Royal. Arc Royal. This is a cigarette I bought in Japan. They flavoured. It's better than a fine. It's going C tier. So yeah, they've got like an artificial sweetness put on the filter. It's a corkscrew filter. Regular strength cigarette. Not bad. Quite a synthetic flavouring to them, but not a chemical. It's weird, synthetic, but not chemically. You know, like not a shit chemical taste. And the tobacco itself doesn't taste all chemically and shit. And it's quite actually quite nice, the chocolate on the filter, but I wouldn't go out of my way to buy them. So yeah, that's in Japan. Got a few C tiers here. Chunghwa. It's Chunghwa with an S. Chunghwa's easy an A. I'm trying to think whether or not to make it an S tier or not. Oh, it's a tough call. It's a tough call. It'd be like an S minus. They are really good. No, I'm gonna give it an A because I found like when I was ashing them, but it just like be poor quality. And that way, it just like snap or something. Maybe I was ashing it really hard, but it doesn't happen with any of the other cigarettes. So yeah, Chunghwa's getting A. So the Chinese premium cigarette, the most popular one in China. Very like sour. It smells like when you walk into a Chinese restaurant or something and you open the pack. It might just because they're made in China or something. Sour taste, but really not just sour like when you eat a sour sweet, like a robust, slightly sour, unique tobacco flavour. Really good. It is almost S tier. It's the best A for me. They burn very fast, so you smoke them very quick. They're quite small. I'd say they're about a regular strength cigarette. Yeah, they're pushing S, but I'm putting them in A for now. Really good cigarette, like the best for me so far. Maybe the piece. Anyway, we've got plenty more to go. 7-star super lights. Well, I only had one pack of these. I enjoyed them. I'm gonna give them a B. 7-star super lights again, a B. Nice flavour, very smooth. Not a chemical taste, very slight if so, but doesn't get an A or an S because they were lacking in flavour somewhat. But no chemical taste, smooth, tasty. What was there was tasty. Like an aftertaste. You're smoking, nothing's going on. Towards the end, you can, maybe taste a bit of something. So, regular 7 stars are getting an A. Similar, they don't get an S because there's not much going on in terms of like the taste. There's not a big flavour profile with them. But they're so smooth. They're quite strong. They're about, I don't know, I think at least 1.2 mil nicotine, maybe 15 milligram tart, but they're so smooth. They're like a pleasure to smoke them. That charcoal filter really works with them. Not barely, if any, chemical taste. Nice tobacco flavour. I'd say like just the generic Japanese quality tobacco, but it's the smoothness that makes them very good. Really recommend them. All of these cigarettes are quite unique, especially the A's and B's. They get in these high ranks due to the unique but delicious flavors. Hopes. Hopes are getting a B. Nice cigarette. They're very small. These are from Japan. They're very sweet but very strong cigarette. I enjoy it. I remember enjoying them. They were slightly too strong for me. So that 1.5 to 1.6 milligram of tar in a fag. Uh, oh no, of nicotine. 20 milligram of tar or something. They were strong. They were like little fucking cigar. They're a bit like the Peace, but a different flavour. And like, it's almost like smoking a cigar, but they taste good. You know, like a sweet, slight chocolatey taste to them. I remember enjoying them a lot, but I only had one pack. They were too strong to keep buying them. So yeah, they're a B. Sobranis. So you've got Sobrani cocktails. Man, okay, they've got to go there. And Sobrani Black Russians. They both taste the same. They've just got different colours for the paper. I thought they were going to be synthetic and shit. There's a guy called Jacob Jones. There's a guy called Jacob Jones who recommended them. He's probably the inspiration for making this list. And a lot of the fags that I bought, uh, he had them quite high up on his tier list for Japanese cigarettes. And so I thought I'd try them. They were 1,000 yen each. I found them in a tobacconist in Fukushima, I think. And they're not chemically at all. They're beautiful taste. Almost like a slight caramel afterwards. I remember just really enjoying every fag after I'd finished it. I remember expecting the worst, where this like coloured fag looked a bit like a fag, like a faggot, smoking it, but then it turned out to be quite good. So yeah, they were really good. Sobranis. I wish I had them every time I finished smoking one. I'd be like, fuck me, you know, that were a good fag. So they get S tier for that reason. I've got to go more into it for like why I've given them an S. Beautiful packaging, very well presented, tasted great, not too strong. I like the flavour profile to them. There was like they were almost like a sweet aftertaste after I'd finished them. Nice Virginia mix. I'd say like a premium tobacco mix. Just remember smacking my lips together. The S tier ones, after I finish them, I smack my lips together. After I've smoked them. Uh, because the flavours like come out. And they're a depth of flavour. Had a high flavour profile of chocolate, caramel, um, just like a nice tobacco flavour. So yeah, they're an S tier fag. I feel like I should have put Chungwas in there, but they're staying in A tier for now. Yeah, okay, moving on. Marlboro Golds, B tier. Um, yeah, they're not A tier. I do like them here. There's two. I don't think I've put the other ones in this tier list. Shit, no, I haven't. The Mevius. I haven't put the Mevius in this tier list, but they are. I might do that after. Mevius Light Blues, Mevius Midnights, and the Marlboro Golds are like the B tier cigarettes which I smoke in Cambodia. Like they're the best ones I've got here. I can't get any of these Japanese ones or foreign ones here. So Marlboro Golds and Mevius Sky Blues. You can also get Winnie Blues, but Winnie Blues, they're like C tier for me. Mind you, I've just discovered these. These are a B tier. The Angkors. Um, so yeah, Marlboro Golds is just like I feel it's just a good smoke throughout. Nice taste. Not too much going on to make it an A or an S. It's like, whoa, this is amazing, but just a pleasant smoke all the way through. No feeling shit after smoking it, no chemical problem or anything. And bear in mind, there's Marlboro's made all over the world, and I'm smoking the genuine ones you can buy in Cambodia. So that's the reason I'm giving a Marlboro Red a C. And these are very popular everywhere. But smoking them here in Cambodia, start smoking it is a very metallic and bitter taste. And when I get towards the end of it, there is a nice flavour profile and start smacking my lips. I start to taste, you know, the Virginia and the tobacco in there. Um, But yeah, here they're very bitter, very metallic, and it's barely noticeable, if at all, in the Marlboro Golds. But in the Marlboro Reds here, it's very bitter, very metallic. There's a nice flavour underneath, but um, yeah, that overwhelming bitter metallic taste, especially when you're smoking it at the start, and gives it a C, which ruins it. It is a C tier cigarette here for me. JPS Blacks, S tier. Now they have a strong flavour. They hit you quite strong when you start smoking them. At first I thought I didn't like them, but they really grew on me. Towards the end of each fag, they were like a rich chocolate flavour. They were strong, but not too strong. They tasted good. They were a good fag. They like hit you quite strong, but not chemical taste. Nice, rich, almost chocolate aftertaste at the end. So yeah, JPS Legendary Blacks. They are an S tier fag. J9s, best fag I've ever smoked. If I give up smoking and I see a pack of J9s, I'm going to end up starting again. They're the best fag ever. So they call the J9 because the 9 milligram tar, I think. So there'd be about I think about 1 gram or 1 milligram, whatever, nicotine. Um, I just start smoking. I think, oh, this is pretty good. It's like a normal smoke, but then like a flavor profile builds up. By the end of it, like smacking my lips and tastes like caramel and sweet and chocolate. Um, yeah, just incredible. So I was like, wow, incredible! What an incredible fag. No chemical taste. The tobacco flavor is so good. It's like a robust flavor of, yeah, mainly caramel, sweet towards the end, but not like a chemical additive synthetic shit, just a beautiful tobacco caramel flavor. Chain Irons, man. They're made in Luxembourg. They're quite hard to find. You might be able to find them in the UK, maybe in America somewhere. Um, but yeah, fucking hell, they're a good fag. The Chain Irons, if you find them. I've seen the Chase Sixes, which are a red pack, in customs in Japan, and I would have bought some, but I were in a rush. I almost missed my flight. So I've never tried the Chase Sixes, which would be milder, but they seem like a perfect strength for me. It's like a regular strength cigarette, but yeah, the best. The best. Then here is also one of the other best. Peace Lights. They're going next to you. These are probably smoked the most in Japan. The aftertaste of them is like a lemon meringue pie flavour. Like sweet, citrusy, but also sugary flavour. They're probably my favourite fag, but the chain irons are so hard to get. They're different flavours, but they're both incredible. Peace Lights as well. The chain irons I think were 1,000 yen because they're an imported fag. I bought them in Japan. 1,000 yen's a fiver. The Peace Lights were 600, I don't know, 500 yen. And you could buy them most places. You could buy them in vending machines, like the Seven Stars. But what an incredible fag! Yeah, just like I can only describe it like lemon meringue pie towards the end of it. It's slightly milder than the chain iron. I think it's about 9 to 8 milligram tar, zero point 0.7 to zero point 0.8 nicotine. But I just found them. I don't know. I would just, what's the word? Satiated when I smoked a piece light. I wish I bought more of them because they weren't expensive. But yeah, they were bob on. So what about the piece? Now these are just like what something your granddaddy would smoke. These are piece granddad smoked. They have no filter. You get tobacco in between your lips. But I'm still gonna give them a B, I think. They're actually better than all the C tier ones. Yeah, because I remember I had one of these left. I'd left it for ages. I smoked it after smoking some Winnie Blues, and it was so much better than a Winnie Blue. They're very strong. They have no filter, but they taste delicious. Similar just to the other piece I talked about, where um, it's quite like almost a chocolate but very strong tobacco nicotine flavor with a large body. If you take a big toke and exhale, it'd be like a large body of smoke. Um, yeah, that's my tier list of smoking cigarettes in Japan and Cambodia. Chain Nine's number one. Chain Nine's number one. Um, Peace Lights as well. Chain Nines and the Peace Lights. They are the best fags I've ever smoked. JPS, yeah, all those S tier ones, unreal. A tier ones are unreal. There's a bit of a gap between uh, the A and the B tier ones. Like the B tier ones, I'm not. The B tier ones are like ones like the best fags I can get in Cambodia, like the Marlboro Golds. I haven't got put the Mevius Sky Blues. I forgot to do the image, but Mevius Sky Blues I smoke here. The Angkors, Winnie Blues, you know, I buy them in the Cambos. If the Marlboro Golds and the Angkors and the Mevius Sky Blues aren't available, but yeah, those S and A tier ones, I suppose them are all ones I smoked in Japan. You've got fags from Luxembourg, Japan. Sobranis might be English. JPS used to be English, probably been taken over by uh, Japanese tobacco company. Um, Actually, A tier ones, those Surya Gudangarams, they are Indonesian. Chungwas are Chinese, and it's mainly Japanese cigarettes on there. But yeah, those are best fags I've smoked on my travels. I didn't bother putting the Thailand ones in because they were shit, the ones I smoked. The ones I used to smoke were the I Score 7s, but in comparison to this list, like they'd be, I'd say E, E tier, and that's what I smoked in Thailand. I just didn't have a clue really until I started watching that John Jones, no, Jacob Jones. And then I'd be trying these fags he'd be recommending and just thinking if I liked them or not. And yeah, he was right about, you know, a lot of them. Similar taste. I just like the Marlboros here. Maybe I'm getting shit ones. I think maybe the American ones would be really good, but those are ones that he probably smoked when he was a teenager and associates them with a good fag. Whereas here I'm getting Cambodian ones and they have like a metallic bitter taste. So yeah, keep healthy. Smoking kills, but so does everything. You're gonna die one day, so make sure you enjoy yourself. All right, take care of yourselves. Oh, the red light. It's a healing light. Check out redlightman.com. That's my friend. He gave me the light, and I love it at night. Makes me gets me ready for bed. Anyway, enjoy whatever you're doing. I hope you like my tier list. Leave me some comments. I'd answer them if you want to talk about cigarettes and what's good. I am in Cambodia, so if you have any recommendations, let me know. Take care, and I'll see you around.